Captain Juniper and the Map of Dreams. Once upon a tide, the sea whispered secrets to those who dared listen. There lived a young girl named Alara, who grew up in a sleepy seaside town, where the stars touched the waves and ships told stories in creeks and sails. Every night, Alara would climb onto her rooftop with a spyglass and look to the horizon, dreaming of adventure, treasure, and the wind in her hair. But her parents said the sea was dangerous. Pirates roamed those waters, they warned, especially the ghostly ones. But Alara wasn't afraid. She believed there was more to pirates than just gold and swords. She believed in the legends, especially one, the legend of Captain Juniper Vane, a pirate queen who vanished 100 years ago, taking with her a treasure that no one had ever seen, the Map of Dreams. But only the bravest could find it. It was said the map could lead you to anything your heart desired, a lost loved one, a forgotten place, even a second chance. One stormy night, as lightning danced on the sea, a ship appeared in the harbor, one no one had seen before. It was old but not broken, elegant but strange. The sails shimmered silver and its flag bore a symbol Alara had seen only in books, a fox curled round a star, Captain Juniper's sigil. And there, stepping onto the dock, was a tall woman in a weather-beaten coat, her eyes as green as sea glass and her head tipped low. Alara, she said, though they had never met, would you like to join my crew? The crew was like no other. Before Alara could even say goodbye, the wind lifted her into the air and onto the deck of the Starcatcher, Juniper's ship. First mate Pepper, a talking parrot who was part oracle, part comedian. Nellie, the clockwork helmswoman with gears for eyes and a compass for a heart. And Finn, the cabin boy who had once been a shooting star. Captain Juniper explained that the Map of Dreams had been hidden for a century, not in a chest, but in people's dreams. It's scattered in pieces, she said, and we must visit the Dream Isles to find it. Their voyage took them across enchanted waters, the Isle of Forgotten Songs, where lullabies floated like clouds, Whisper Reef, where sea creatures spoke in rhymes and riddles, the Midnight Mirror, a sea so still it showed your truest self. Each island held a piece of the map, and each tested Alara's heart. On the Isle of Echoes, Alara met a version of herself who had never dared to dream. She hugged her and whispered, "You're not too small for great things." On the Island of Sighs, they found a treasure chest filled not with gold, but with memories, some joyful, some sad. Juniper explained, dreams aren't just wishes, they're who we are when we're not afraid. As they gathered the final piece of the map, a storm brewed more fierce than any before. From the clouds descended the dread fleet, pirate ships made of shadows, led by Captain Morn, who had once tried to steal dreams for himself and been cursed to never sleep again. Hand over the map, he thundered. Juniper stood tall. Dreams aren't for hoarding, they're for sharing. Battle began, not with cannons, but with imagination. The crew of the Starcatcher used starlight as sails, poetry as shields, and Alara. She played a tune on a shell flute that summoned every dreamer who had ever longed for something more. Together they shone like a constellation. Captain Morn vanished into mist, and the Map of Dreams unfolded completely, glowing with golden ink. It didn't lead to treasure. It pointed to the hearts of the crew, to the courage they had found, the laughter they had shared, and the love that stitched their fears into hope. Juniper smiled and turned to Alara. Every sailor must decide, return to the shore, or sail on. Alara looked at the horizon. The sea shimmered. The stars blinked. I'll sail on. But not tonight. That night, they dropped anchor on a quiet moonlit cove. The ship rocked gently like a cradle. Pepper snored softly in the rigging. Finn traced constellations above, and Alara curled up in a hammock, the sound of waves humming like a lullaby as she drifted off to sleep. She whispered, maybe all dreams are treasure,